Die wat se naam die buzzing. Ek dink die buzzing sal 'n goeie
Achtergrond.
I think it's a good drone, to keep people's attention.
Yeah.
Like white noise of
White noise, yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well, Kayla, welcome to Kayla Club podcast interview. While I am getting chopped.
Hurt.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about this establishment we're in right now.
We are in our brand new shop in Moreleta Park. We have been here for almost a month. No, we've been here for a month now. And we outgrew our old shop. We're 8 artists now, so we needed something a bit bigger. And we are totally in love with the whole modern feel of it. So
it's got a nice view as well. I mean, if you look out the window here, you just see a bunch of trees, and it's got a very nice landscape that comes with it.
Yeah, we're sitting basically on the second floor, like right by an open door, and it's really nice. Like a breeze coming through, like a natural light. I really love it.
So how did you get into tattooing from the beginning? Yeah. So how did you start off with, I do art to I need to do art on people?
So I think I always, when I was a little bit younger, I thought the coolest thing on earth was, tattooing. But I didn't want to be that person, because obviously very negative connotations, connected to it, and stereotypes. And my parents were like, you have to make money. And I didn't know that it was really money in tattoos. So I went to study.
You always thought it was like prison tattoos.
Yep. Yeah. And the thing is, like, in my mind, I knew it can be cool and classy and whatever, but I don't think anyone else in my immediate circle thought the same way,
Yeah, of course.
And so my parents were like, you have to go study and, do something more socially acceptable, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I studied architecture.
Architecture.
Archie. And it broke me completely.
Because it's not the type of drawing that you want to do. It's just a bunch of lines.
Exactly, and it's technical, and it's not the way my brain works. So I studied that I left the studies in my final year. And then I started studying information design, which was amazing. It's like graphic design on steroids.
Wow, how does information design work?
How does information design work?
Yeah, what is it? What do you
design
information?
It's basically... Well, I mean, everything we think of in design is actually information.
Yeah.
Adverts, you know what I mean? So it was really a cool course, because you do everything from book layout to packaging design to web design it's really animation. It was really a very, very cool course, and I wish actually that I finished it.
And that way you could actually think a little bit more creatively?
For sure. Because that was our main subject, was art and design. So we did a lot of very visual art projects, which, that was much more up my alley. And I loved every moment of it. And I think I loved it as much because I did architecture first. And I knew how shit that was for me.
Yeah, and anything none of that could be amazing.
Yeah, so I appreciated it so much more. So I really, really loved that, but I also fell out in my final year because I had some personal struggles with my sexuality and my family and whatever. But it was actually great, because then I took the opportunity that I had to stop studying to pursue tattooing. I actually started tattooing a little bit. I don't want to say this really on air, but Vicky scratching from the couch.
Yeah, of course.
And I have to start somewhere, okay?
Exactly.
But when I stopped information design, I actually pursued an apprenticeship, because I had to do something, and I had the time to do it. So
was this at the time that we met?
Yes, this was in the time that we met, and I think I was there about maybe a month when I met you.
No way!
Yeah, dude. It was very, very, very much in the beginning of my career, which was now, 7 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago.
That's epic.
Yeah. And I think I'm also very lucky because of my art background. I got a foot in the door and a really nice job, well, a good job at a very reputable studio. And and
You can, anything is editable,
bye, dude. And then I got a job at another studio, which had a very good reputation. And to be honest, I kind of learned everything there. Like, that's where I think I made my mark.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I kind of also checked what you need to have a studio, because no one wants to work for a boss.
No.
And 6
I'm
months
there.
later, yeah. And 6 months later, we started Break Room. I took Nina with me from the old studio, and we started this beautiful journey.
What was one of the biggest struggles of actually just saying, fuck it, I don't want to work for someone else? Isn't that's one of the biggest plunges. I'm like, me, I've always been hustling, but I've always kept my job as kind of a little safety blanket.
Yeah. I don't think it's not an easy thing, eh? Like, it was such a roller coaster. Even thinking back about of it now, it was such an up and down. It was constant for months. Like, should we do it? Should we not do it? Should we do it? Because we had the funding.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough experience. Looking back now, we thought we were fine, but fuck, we really jumped into the deep side. But it paid off, overall. I think the hardest part was just actually getting the kind of balls to do it, just getting that, okay, whatever happens, it'll be fine. And I mean, 5 months after we started it was COVID.
Oh shit.
So it did test us, obviously, in every single way possible.
Well, how did you get through COVID?
Well, we couldn't we couldn't work for... Did we actually get through COVID is the question.
What year is it?
Yeah, so we lost our shop. The landlords did not want to help us or budge, we couldn't do anything because we weren't allowed to work. So we lost our shop. One of our artists at the time had a little flat on their property, which we moved into, which would become our home for like 4 years. So
awesome.
we were very thankful for that opportunity from them, and it really was a beautiful space. Like, in the beginning, it felt rough. It felt like kind of a temporary fix, but we grew to love the space, and we grew to understand that we don't really need much more. We just need that little space to make our art in. And and I mean, that's where we came to now. We just became too big for it. We grew, and we are 8 artists now. So we needed just a little more space. And I think we were kind of ready after COVID to pack on the more commercial, like, it's not retail, but you know what I mean, like a bit more of a shop.
Yeah, not the backyard.
Exactly,
backyard tattoo.
Home-based studio. Yeah. So
I think. Do you think because you are a shop, you are seen in a different light than a backyard tattoo artist?
Well, the thing is, I think the term backyard is definitely maybe not the right context here, but there are backyard people,
Yeah, for lack of a better term.
I hear you. But I do think, I don't know. I think it's a yes and a no, because I do think in today's tattooing, like, time we are in, it's not the studio, it's the artist.
Exactly.
People don't really look at the studio anymore. They look at, okay, I want this style, I want
that artist.
I want, realism.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Exactly, yeah. So it's not, I don't think so, hey. I do think the studio kind of, there's benefits, and I mean, it adds to the kind of feel you want and the atmosphere you want. But I don't think...
But essentially, you're opening yourself up for the public.
Yeah.
In a commercial space where people don't know of your art or your style, who now has got access to walk in. What do you guys do here?
Yeah, for sure. Like, this morning, someone called me while I was, in traffic, very late for my appointment with you. They were sitting in front of the gate. They were like, "Listen, don't you have a gap for me quick today?" And because they drove by and they saw, the signs, and they were like, "Okay, cool." So it is definitely a good opportunity for a bit more feet, even though we're not a walk-in studio. We are a booking studio.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have an appointment or a client, you don't have to be here.
Yeah.
But it does help
to balance your life.
Yes, but it does help the juniors who are, willing to quickly come in for a client. It does help their client base and their, the feet they attract. So it does help a bit more. But I told everyone from the start, having a shop front, having signs, having advertisements, that is not the main focus here, because you are our advert, you are our...
And also, it's literally just a space where you go do your craft.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly that. And I think having a nice space that you can be proud of is a lacquer feeling. I kind of forgot how lacquer it feels to have a space where people walk in and they're like, yo, dude, you see, man, this is such an incredible space.
And also, I mean, I've been part of your tattoo story since all of the
You've been
phases.
to 1, 2, 3, 4. You've been to... This is the 5th studio you've been with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
space you've been with me. Yeah.
And I know some of the artworks.
Yes.
Some of the frames, some of the little gadgets around here. It's fun for me to see as what feels like home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that pencil.
Yeah,
it's there. Yeah,
my favorite.
Everyone is like, you have to put it up here because what are we going to look at now?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I do think, and especially because I think the break room is all about exactly what it says. Like, we are a studio that we love our friends and family just popping by, like, come chill here, you don't have to come for a tattoo, but just come and have a drink with us. Not an alcoholic drink. Come have coffee with us. Just come and chill here. Like, that's one of my favorite things about the studio is it's literally given me a life full of friends.
Yeah.
Full of people. Every day, I spend every day with a client that I get along with, I get along with most people. So I spend my time with people that's, I learn from people every single day, and it's so lacquer.
And it's like almost like a when you go to the barber, you can't just sit there and not do it. You go into conversation, and you need to distract yourself from the pain or whatever. But it's a hour, 2 hours, 3 hours that you spend with this person. What better way? It's a very intimate relationship that you build with someone.
For sure. I mean, most of my days are clients that sit here full days, and that's like 6 to 8 hours. So we have to kind of get through that day, and like, what better way to just chat to each other, learn from each other. I mean, I never expect people, like, I don't know why I'm still shocked about the fact how people open up to me, like every day I'm like, yes, I don't know, this client sounded a bit like, quiet. I don't think he's going to chat to me. At the end of that day, like, trauma dumped, like, it's like this whole thing, and I love it, like, because you go home and you reflect, and you're like, okay, so this guy went through this, and this is what I kind of take from it, I learned from it, and it's really lacquer. I think it's a very invaluable experience.
And there's also a very deep personal trade-off, because that person is coming to you with something that means to them, something to them. Like, for instance, I'm sitting here, I'm coming to you, that I'm getting a piece of art that means something to me, and I am trusting you with your craft to do that. So it's a very beautiful symbiotic relationship. I think.
For sure. I mean, I think most you get two clients. One that gets the very special, symbolic, sentimental piece. And then the other client who just, this looks cool. Let's do that. And I enjoy both.
I am both.
Yeah, you are both. Yeah. And you also get the weird, quirky little, random thing as well. I could get a moe tattoo.
Come on, let's be real. I am both.
You are. And I enjoy both because, the one day it's like this deep, okay, so like, let's say someone comes gets a portrait of their gran who passed away, or, I mean, that's like a different level.
And they will probably share the story with you at the same
100%,
time.
Yeah. Most of the times I kind of can read the room, like, do they want to speak to me or not?
So, is this your dead grandma?
Exactly. Like, but most of the times, they make the booking saying, listen, my gran passed away. I want to get this special tattoo. They like, it's like an immediate kind of open up situation. Like, it's an immediate thing. And then, and then the other days you just get like this typical white fuck boy who likes lion and rose and map and
trees on his
trees,
forearm.
exactly, and a wolf and all of that,
With
which
the
I
clock.
also love. Yeah, and I also love it. Like, I love doing beautiful tattoos.
But I also think a lot of people see certain types of tattoos as cliche, but what I see it as, it has a culture to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cliche traditional tattoos, but those traditional tattoos have got a culture to it.
Yeah.
And, why knock it if you don't understand it? I don't think a lot of people, it's my body.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. If I want to get a feather with a infinity sign in someone's name in it.
Oh, infinities.
What do you think is the most cliche?
Well, I think for the past few years, it was definitely the infinity.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Has it died out?
Yeah, because these days it's let them. That new trend. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
There's like this whole new trend that says let them, and it's like a whole thing that says let them talk shit about you, let them go, whatever. It's like this whole philosophical thing, which is very nice. I mean, it's by look, it's life here, but in the same breath, I want to say it is cliche, but you have to understand in this industry, it's such a personal thing. Tattoos is such a personal thing. I will never take it away from you to get something if it means something to you. Like,
But
even if it's cliche.
But have you been at a point where someone sat down and you're like, this is going to be on your body for the rest of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been in situations like
for
that?
For sure. But not with cliche stuff, but with
Yeah,
very questionable decisions. Getting your wife's body parts on you and stuff. Like, I mean,
yeah.
it's been quite interesting.
Wow.
But those stories, I also feel like, you remember in our old shop, in the first break room, there was this painting on the wall that said, "We are made of stories."
Yes.
And that's exactly, like, that's a story I'm going to forever remember, and I want to forever tell. I mean, even, people think it's crazy, but I think it's like, whatever. It's such a personal, like I said, such a personal thing. And how cool is it that you can decide what's on your body? Like,
Yeah.
it's actually such a crazy kind of
concept. I love the fact that, even with the technology of tattoo tools and everything like that, and how broad the spectrum of tattoos have come. It's no longer just the same tattoos from a book that you choose.
Yeah,
you used to just pay through, I want that one, and I know other people has got the same one.
Yeah.
I think with the perspective, the technology, and the outlook on tattoos nowadays, it's amazing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that the tattoo artists today are artists.
Yeah.
That's where the difference came in, because back in the day, anyone
It's just
picked
a
up a
stencil.
Anyone got a
Cookie
tattoo
cutter.
machine and they picked it up and they that's all that. What do you choose from the wall? Let's go. And today, I mean, yes, you did. How insane is it that you can literally do a portrait on moving human living skin? Like, it's crazy. You can make art.
And we talked about it earlier. I still think it's so profound to know that your creation is literally alive.
Yeah. Moving, seeing places in the world that I've never seen. Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. But I think it feels like the biggest honor,
Have you said in public where you're like, oh, I did that one?
100%. Like, I remember, I actually on Saturday, I literally walked into a restaurant here in Atterbury, and I saw these tattoos, and I'm like, hey, I know those tattoos. So
No way.
So I literally walked up behind the client. I was like, hey, who did your tattoos? I want your number. And then she's like, oh, hello. And I also remember walking past the disc game in Eladis Park, and I saw these tattoos, and I was like, yes, this chick's tattoos are so nice. And I looked at her, I was like, hey, I did those tattoos. It's so great. Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool.
Have you tattooed yourself?
Yeah, what a cock idea.
Why?
Dude, this rose. Oh.
We have the same one, remember?
Tjappies. It was 100% on purpose, Kyle.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, we can say that to people.
We can tell people
that.
you know, we've known each other for a very long time, and
Yeah.
we've got matching rose tattoos.
Exactly. It makes sense. It just makes sense. You were the reason why I, almost got fired at my
Would
first.
you like to tell the people that story? How I
We will-
almost got you fired, and somehow we're still friends.
Yeah, we'll keep it anonymous in most
Yeah.
parts, but I was working at a studio. I was still an appie, and I tattooed dear Kyle here, and I did a skeleton key on him, which I thought was okay. Like, I was still an appie, so all my tattoos were quite it was above
Yeah.
average, and
I walked away and I
you
felt
were
it,
happy.
but I was happy.
Yeah, we were happy.
Yeah, we were fine.
We were fine. And someone commented on Facebook that it was a shit tattoo on the studio's page. And I got a final warning because this tattoo was just done so shit. And I remember stressing, and I was searching for you on Facebook, and I was like, yo, Kyle, listen, my boss wants to kind of reach out to you to redo your tattoo. I just want to know how you feel, because I can redo it for you myself. I don't want to kind of let them do it, because it's my job, it's
Yeah.
it's my piece of work. So I was so grateful to hear that you were from the start. You just said, fuck that, dude, I'm doing it with you. You
Yeah,
know,
you're my
you can
person
do it.
now.
Yeah, dude, you can do it. And look at us now.
But that's the thing. I refuse to, because you even told me, hey, you can get someone else to do something on my. But I feel, you know what? I've got a relationship with you now,
Yeah.
and I'm trusting you with some of my most intimate tattoos, which I get for myself, no
Yes.
one else.
No,
And I feel this is your canvas as much as it is my arm.
for sure. 100%. And it's totally okay for people to go to other artists. I just want people to understand, it's not that I'm jealous if you go to someone
but
else,
it's just, but it's my
Yes,
my
yes.
choice.
But most people feel that way. Most
That's the
people,
connection we have
Yeah,
now.
most people find an artist and they kind of stick to them because, firstly, it kind of all the work is kind of cohesive, and then secondly, because of the relationship.
Yeah.
But some people are tattoo collectors. You know what I mean? Some people want to go to all the different artists, and I think that's pretty cool too. It just depends
Yeah.
on what's your aim of your game.
And
you
your
know?
preference,
Yeah.
Yeah, I followed you after hours at the other tattoo studio.
Yeah, while your friends and family was waiting for you.
No, at
Not.
the other one you were working at.
Yes,
we had
the second
to do
one.
after
The second
hours.
one. I remember.
I
We
said,
sitting
I can't
there
really
very
do
late.
your tattoo
Yes.
now. Yeah.
It was this one. I
Yeah,
remember.
the clandestine. You had to
I
fix
remember.
it incognito.
I remember. I remember it very well. Yeah, I do. Yo.
Would you, when you earlier, I don't know, I hope you don't mind me prying,
No, it's fine.
but earlier you mentioned you had times in your life where you struggled with your sexuality. Was that more of other people's perspective of your sexuality that confused you, or was it more internal?
I think it was a bit of both, but I think it was externally influenced. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
the
think-
norms of society.
Yeah, and I think, living in an Afrikaans house, you don't want to disappoint your Afrikaans Christian parents. I think, looking back now, I always knew I was gay. You know what I mean? I completely knew. But you kind of don't want to be. I know it's a weird thing to say. I think I feel a bit different now. Obviously, now I'm very proud and out and proud. But back then, I remember telling my mother one day, if I could choose, I would choose to be straight because I don't want to go through this shit. I don't want to.
It's inconvenient.
Yeah, it's so inconvenient, man. And I feel shameful towards my family. And I don't think I think that's kind of the single worst feeling to have on earth is that you bring shame to your parents and your family and they're ashamed of you, it's such a shit feeling. So, I went through a stage where I think for a long time I kind of thought about it, and when I met my now fiance 9 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever, I kind of, it clicked, it was like, oh, okay, shit. I was a bit scared. I was like, shit's real. She's worth coming out for. Because we were together for a year before I came out of the closet because I was so afraid.
And on her side,
she was out.
Okay.
She was out. She's a little bit older than me, so but she was also very certain at a bit of a earlier stage in her life. So yeah, she came out. Her parents are lovely, very supportive. My parents struggled a bit. We had a little bit of I think about 2 years of just no communication. Just
Really?
having,
No communication?
yeah, dude, it was a bit rough. I think it was rough on them as well, obviously. I mean, knowing now, because we have a beautiful relationship now, I'm hearing their side now. It was really difficult for them as well, you know, like not speaking to me. And
It's also something different for them. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
also going through this for the first time.
for sure. And I mean, I think it's a difficult thing to say that, like, I can be a bit upset about it. I was very upset about
Yeah,
it. I
of
think you
course.
remember the days. But looking back at it now, I kind of understand. You know, I understand where they came from, and I feel like I have a little bit more. I even have a little bit of appreciation for them, because if it wasn't for them kind of taking a little step back, pushing me towards a certain, like, kind of like, I don't know, they you know, having the no communication pushed me in a way, in a direction that I had to get my shit together in my life. And I mean, when we reconciled, I already had my own business, so it was kind of a little.
Well, you're not a fucker.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. Because I wanted to prove, you know, like, we can do this. You can be a tattoo artist and be successful. You can follow your dreams, you know, you can kind of take the risk. So it was a very satisfying feeling, you know, reconciling. And I'm like, it worked out. It worked out.
I hate to see, I'd say I told you so,
Yes,
but I told you so.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really, it was a rough 2 years. But like I say, like, we reconciled, and it's such a beautiful relationship now. I think better than it was, you know.
What made them, you know, what pushed them over the line for their acceptance? Was it just the time, or did you guys get to a point where you had like a little family meeting and you guys just talked it out?
So our family meetings never worked out really great.
Same with mine. Everybody ends up like blood-swimming each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like it's a bit heated, because my family, like, we're all very stubborn, and yeah, it was just a little bit of a shit show. So what happened, I think I got so mad when people told me, like, time will, you know, make it better, time will heal, and I was like, you don't want to hear that in the time, but it really did. I think it made them realize that, number one, it's not a phase. She's still gay.
Yeah,
and number
I'm
two,
still emo.
Yeah, exactly. And I think number two, it gave them a little opportunity to go and reflect and meet people. Like, I think they met people with gay children, and they met people with gay, you know, friends and family, and they kind of realized, okay, like,
It's better to have gay kids.
it's like, thank God she doesn't have a kid at like 12. And so I think they kind of just, but then it was to a point where my other family, like my aunt, kind of pushed me. She's like, listen, dude, your mom is suffering. Just speak to her, you know,
Yeah,
like, just
have
give her a
chat.
chance. Just speak to her. And yeah, we spoke. Well, I spoke to my dad first, because my dad actually had a little medical emergency. He had I think he had a stroke, but like they call it something else. But anyway, so I kind of freaked out, because I was like, shit, you know, life's short. This is bullshit. Like, let's just, you know, make peace. So I saw him first, and then he and my aunt was like, just message your mom. Like, she really needs to hear from you. So yeah, then we had coffee, and it's like, the rest is kind of history. They've been very accepting towards my partner, very respectful. So
Your partner is very nice.
that is so cute.
She's adorable.
She's adorable. She's adorable. So I mean, who can't?
Yeah, it's
like
impossible
her?
not to
She's
like
so
her.
cute. But so they're very respectful, very great about it now, and very supportive. So that makes it, like, going through all of that so worth it. Like, looking back at it now that I'm an adult, fucking 30 years old, yes, dude.
Damn straight.
The knees hurt, everything hurts. Yeah,
You know, when you turn 30,
yeah,
everything's
it's
like...
downhill.
On my 30th birthday, I had back pain. I was like, yep, this
Yep,
is it.
this is it. This is how you know.
My sciatica.
Yep. Yeah, dude. So, but I think it's actually, like, if you look back at it, it's a beautiful story of just kind of getting through something new, something that my parents have never thought about, you know, because obviously it was a big issue for them in the religious aspect.
Of course.
But it was never something that they ever had to think about. So when it happened and this was their reality, they kind of had to spend some time, thinking about it, researching a bit, like making up their own opinions and whatever. I never wanted to change their opinion.
No, but I think everybody also just needs to realize this is happening for the first time to everyone.
Yes.
And everybody needs to go through it however because they don't have experience on dealing with it at a certain emotional, mental and physical level.
Yeah.
And I think in today's life with anything, it's hard for most people to be mindful enough to realize, like, listen, okay, I'm feeling something, but this is also affecting the other person in a different way.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's what I kind of tried to do for my parents. I kind of tried to understand. I mean, I told them, like, I don't expect you to change your beliefs or question your beliefs, or you know what I mean. Like, I'm not expecting that at all, because yes, I mean, I can't imagine how difficult that must be. But I do expect you to kind of not hate me, because I'm still your child. You know what I mean? Like, don't throw me away, or don't just kind of, let's deal with it. Let's deal with it together, and don't try and change me, because I'm like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
There's no kind
I've always been this.
Yes. And I do think they knew it. I do think so. They say no, but I do think so.
They just try to ignore
Denial, dude. Yeah.
Straight up
And
denial.
I think it's a normal thing. I think if anything in your life is a certain way that you don't feel comfortable with, denial is more the natural kind of pathway for that. So I don't blame them for it. I have no hard feelings towards my parents at all for the time we went through anymore. But I mean, we're in such a beautiful place now. It's really nice.
If you have any advice for younger generations that's struggling with this theme, if you could give advice to a younger generation, with regards to sexuality. Me being a straight male, I've never had a problem with my sexuality because it's something that's automatically accepted. But if you could share something that you wish you knew earlier, what would that be?
I think the biggest thing I wish I was to be kinder to myself, in the sense of I literally went through a stage of hating myself, because this is not okay, this isn't right. And I think the biggest thing, and I think it relates to anything on earth, in your life, is just be kind to yourself, be soft with yourself. And then secondly, don't let other people influence you on your decision. If you're not ready to come out of the closet, then don't do it. But if you are, the risk is worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you will know, like, listen, okay, I'm like super ready to take this leap, but I don't feel like it's fair, because I have so many friends who, are closeted still, and I see a lot of pressure. Dude, you have to come out of the closet, you have to. It makes things very easy, like a lot easier. And I mean, the burden off of your shoulders is like, I can't even explain to you.
And I think a lot of people just say it because, like, dude, if you do it, you don't have to live this, double life.
Exactly.
But that can also be seen as unnecessary pressure from the person's perspective.
For sure. And I think if you push someone to do that when they're not ready, it's very, it can be very harmful. I mean, if they're in a situation where their parents disown them, I mean, that can have horrible after effects. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm happy that I wish I waited maybe a little bit to where I was a little bit more independent, money-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was the best feeling ever, like, so liberating, so amazing. So I think my only advice would be, like, really listen to yourself. Like, trust the feeling of, be ready, you know what I mean? The readiness in you. You'll know when it's time. And I mean, struggling with your sexuality, I think people should stop trying to kind of, okay, but the Bible says this, or this book says this, or just life says this. Just be you, dude. Like, love who you want to love, and just embrace it.
I think personally, I'm speaking as a third party, but I don't like the word struggling.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that negative connotation I feel needs to
Yeah.
evaporate.
Yeah.
I think it's figuring out.
Yeah.
It's more figuring out where do I fit in society?
Yeah.
Where do I fit in the family? How am I gonna educate myself and others around me? And I think it's more of a figure out, because I think struggling,
Yeah.
it's got this weird stigma to it.
For sure, definitely. And I think that's exactly like what you said now. Like, you have never had to kind of think about your sexuality because it's so naturally accepted.
Yeah.
And that's what's been bothering me internally forever, is the fact that a gay relationship isn't seen the same, and that influences me to not see it the same. So when we got engaged, in my heart, obviously it's a big deal, but it's not as a big deal as it would have been if my sister got engaged to a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not seen the same way. And that influences my own thoughts about it as well.
Exactly.
And I think that's why that struggle is so, it's such a it's created by societal, boundaries.
I've got a couple of gay friends who mentioned to me an aspect that I didn't even think about ever.
Yeah.
They a common theme that I asked about, and I'm really glad I got to find out about that perspective, because I didn't even think about it. For instance, one of them said, when you're a kid, you don't get taught on gay relationships how it works, and who's the daddy in the house, who's taking charge of a situation, how do you decide something like that? That's something that he don't know who to ask, or and he doesn't want to seem inexperienced to his partner either.
Yeah.
So that's also a weird type of way to figure out how to fit in within your relationship.
For sure, yeah. Who does what and who kind of, I think especially when you build a family.
Yeah.
But I think every single,
because everything we say, like, one person does this, one person does that.
Yeah.
And I think that also needs to fuck out a normal straight relationship as well. Everybody is part of the family. Everybody contributes and everything.
Yeah.
And because of that straight norms, now he felt confused of where his place in the relationship was. And he didn't even have to feel like that in the first place.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, because that's where, I don't know if you've probably heard, like, in a lesbian relationship thing, people are like, oh, so jy's die man.
Ja,
You're the man.
Ja, jy dra die broek.
Jy dra die broek. Jy ry die kar, so jy's die man. Jou vrou dra rokkies.
En jy maak die plaashekke.
Ja. Of dis juist die punt om nie, we don't want that. So
we got away from that.
But I mean, like, I laugh about it. I joke about it a lot. Sonia and I joke about it a lot. I mean, she's like, you're the man today, so you're going to carry the groceries. Like, fuck you, you do that. But that's, I think, where the thing comes. I mean, it's the same with when you want to get married. Who asks who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always like, you're the more manly one. Fuck that, dude. Sonia and I decided when we got together that if we want to get engaged, we will ask each other, both of us, right? So if she's ready to ask me, she's going to ask me. And if I'm ready to ask her, if it is before or after her, I'm going to ask her.
I didn't even think about that either.
So,
like, who asked who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then with that, you both have rings. It's not a planned thing. It can still be a surprise. And thirdly, you have a date. You know what I mean? Like, you have your own little special thing to feel special. Because we're still women. We still want to feel special.
You still want to be pampered.
Exactly. I'm still a girl. I still want to, have all the girly things. And I don't want her to get down on her knee and propose to me. Because that's so cringe to me. Like, no. Just be in this moment with me.
Yeah, slap each other on the ass. There you go.
Exactly.
Good game.
Let's go. So, I mean, and that's how we, she asked me first. And then a few months later, when I was ready, I asked her. Which was amazing, because what is she going to say no?
Imagine. You know what?
Let me think about it.
This changes everything.
Yeah. So I must say, like, the pressure was a bit, like, off for me, so it was great. But she was so nervous then.
Do you still do other art?
I do. I mean, I am, I think, by heart, a pencil artist.
Yeah.
Portrait artist specifically. These days I don't get to do a lot of, like, just, free time work. So what I try and do is I try to enter a competition a year at least. I did not this year. Just to keep it going, you know what I mean? Like, just to keep it, man. Like, because, you lose it. And I'm so busy with the tattooing because I work 6 days a week that you lose it. And, so I've been trying to force myself to draw a bit more. I mean, I make a lot of other art. I try and be as creative as I can, we go pottery and painting and whatever. But sketching is my first love, so try to keep it as...
Because I remember seeing one of your sketches, and when I knew you did that, I was like, okay, well, this is the person that's gonna...
tattoo. Dude, that's awesome.
Did you ever sell that, or do you still have the guy with the hands over his face?
That is sold, the big one. That's
the massive one.
My one high school teacher bought it from me.
No way.
Very special. She is one of my biggest supporters. She's been one of my biggest supporters throughout the years. She's also one of the first people I came out of the closet to.
No way.
Enough, And we
in high school?
No. So actually after high school, I went back to work in the hostel where I was in school. That's where I met Sonia, not in the hostel. She wasn't a student. She came to visit.
So I went to go get myself a Happy Meal.
And I remember that this specific teacher came. She had to write an exam, and she just came to sleep in the hostel for the weekend, and I was on duty. So I used to know her. Obviously, she was my biology teacher. And and that night Sonia was in my little flat, and I came out to her. I think that that was way in the beginning, and it was such a beautiful time because she also she was fostering a gay child that was disowned by his parents.
No way.
If I remember correctly, and so it was a very special kind of bond, and we haven't lost touch throughout the years. And so I sold that sketch to her. She bought it from me. It was really incredible. Very thankful to her. And I sold that other sketch that I did last year. That in touch with Beukes. He's sitting like this. Yeah. So I sold that a few weeks ago as well, which was also super cool.
I'm happy that I get to walk away with your art.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to hang it up.
Well, will you be open to it if someone says, have at it? Just do whatever you want on them.
For sure.
Is that something artists dream about?
For sure. But the thing is, it's a good and a bad thing. We have so much, so many ideas. I never know where to start because a lot of people give us free reign, right?
Really?
But a lot of people do.
It's do whatever you want.
Yes, I've
never heard of anyone say that.
I had a reverend that came to me for a full sleeve. And he sat 4 days in a row, and he's like, "This is the style I want, but you can do whatever you want."
Wow.
So I did this amazing deconstructed realism sleeve on him, and I added taking into regards what he does for a living and whatever. I did a falling Lucifer on him, and I did
what?
A kind of play on
no way on a reverend.
Yeah,
Lucifer.
But it's part of the.
But that's badass, though. That's badass. Yeah.
And I did a lot of Michelangelo, Da Vinci's writings, journal writings on him, and cathedral blueprints, and really a lot of cool stuff. And he sat 4 days in a row. He didn't change a thing. He came in, he saw it, and there you go.
But also without any context, you could be like, you know what? I tattooed Lucifer on a reverend.
Yes. I told him, I was like, did you know that this is falling Lucifer? And it's okay. It's fine. He's such an open-minded dude. I learned so much from that guy. I can't even tell you. And that's, dude, again, what I love about this job.
Yeah.
You spend time with amazing people, and you always take something home with you. You always go home feeling refreshed and full, and your cup is filled. Well, at least mine is, because that's how I work. I'm an extrovert, so I kind of...
An extrovert?
Extrovert.
I thought it was all of the estrogen.
Extrovert. Poor Kyle. And so, I feed on interactions with people, That's how my cup gets filled. So, it's really special. It's really amazing. It's been such a cool journey.
If you could basically tattoo anyone, a specific person where your art's gonna belong, who would you want to tattoo?
Yes, you did. Dis jy kap my met moeilike vrae nou. I don't know.
Now think about it. Let it simmer.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've already tattooed people I really wanted to tattoo. Like, one of my biggest inspirations, not only in my like personal life, but in my art career, was my high school art teacher. And I've tattooed her quite a few times already.
Oh, okay.
But I would say that I would love to do a portrait on her. I've done very small things on her, like names and like smaller sunflower. I think Prettier. But I would love to do something realistic on her to kind of showcase my
Yeah,
style.
because your style is
Yeah.
super realist.
For sure, yeah. So I think I would love to just have very inspirational works on the people who inspired me. You know what I mean? Like
it's very personal.
Exactly. So
more of a hey, I've made it type thing.
Exactly, and like
something...
and thank you for your
for your input.
If you input in my life, it's because of you. Yeah.
You have this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel. So I think, and I mean, I've tattooed quite a few special people in my life, which is always a great honor. But I don't really care about like tattooing celebrities or you know what I mean. Like,
no, of course.
It's definitely more of a
personal
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. If I had the gift of the tattoo, I would probably
the gift of the tattoo.
The honor from the gods. I would probably want to tattoo someone as a fuck you. Like, you told me I couldn't do this, well, here you go.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you for sure. I mean, I think that was one of the things that was also lekker. I mean, seeing my parents grow to be my biggest supporters in tattooing.
Yeah.
Because they were never really like super like, oh, tattooing is for the devil. But my mom wasn't super keen on it. You know, she didn't like the way it looked or whatever. But as well, you have to take into account, it was back in the day when tattoos weren't pretty.
Yeah.
It wasn't really, what it is today. So now, every time they see someone with tattoos, my mom and my dad, they're like, look at my daughter's work, check it out. So it's very cute.
I remember walking in because I visited your mom a couple of times.
Yes.
She would like grab my arm. Look, Kayla did this.
Okay. Yeah, she's really cute. She's the biggest supporter now. And I mean, even get messages. Hello, your ma het my jou nommer gestuur. I'm like, yeah, so it's really cute, like how that changed, And that was kind of in the beginning. It was like showed you, But now it's like, I'm glad it worked out, and they're really cute and supportive now. So it's awesome.
If you could share anything with anyone in the world, a piece of advice, a word, a quip, a lyric, or if you could say anything to anyone in the world that's going to listen to this podcast right now, what would you share?
Sure.
I ask everyone this question.
Yes. I should have went and prepared for this.
No, that's the thing. No one should prepare for this podcast.
I think the most important thing is to... Yes, you, Kyle.
I know. I may look adorable, but
Rocky babies.
I roll deep.
Yes, you roll deep. There's so many things. I mean, I'm a deep soul too. But
whatever pops up right now.
I think it's important to know that I feel like just because it's family doesn't mean you have to tolerate toxic behavior. Okay,
wow.
That's one of the biggest things.
That's very close to home right now.
Yeah. So just because people are blood, I mean, I think boundaries are so important in anything in life, even especially with family. But also, I think it's so important, and to be self-aware when you take responsibility if you wronged someone, even if you didn't know. Like even if it's like so against your if you didn't like, I don't know how to explain
For
it.
instance, if someone says, "Oh well, this is how I am," but dude, you've affected me negatively.
Exactly. Take responsibility for
Be
it.
mindful enough,
Yeah.
like, dude, whether this is the way I am, you've affected this person negatively.
Yes.
They are entitled to their feelings
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly. Like I've actually a good example of this. Very recently, I got into contact with an old childhood friend of mine, and we came together for a conversation just a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, and she explained to me that I had a very, not a bad, but like she was very traumatized for quite a few years, okay, because of something that I did, and I never knew. I was blissfully unaware of what was happening in her life, and I felt so kind of bad that just because of the fact that I could create trauma to someone. I'm talking about for 15 years without knowing that I created. I didn't know it, and it's a very innocent thing.
Yeah, of
very,
course.
very innocent thing.
But they've been carrying it for them.
They've been carrying it, and I felt so distraught knowing that you can give this to someone without knowing it, and it was such an amazing kind of opportunity for me to give her closure and to kind of make her at peace again. And I was so blindsided. So in the same kind of day, I got closure without knowing I needed it. You know what I mean?
Like here is some closure.
Yes,
Thanks.
take it. Yes. So it's that. It's like if someone tells you that this is the way you made me feel, it can sound so ridiculous in your head. I mean, we were children, we were kids when I created this trauma for you. But dude, you did it.
Yeah.
Be mindful. There's no trauma that doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's no feeling too small to be acknowledged.
And I saw it. I'm very glad how. Well, not glad, but I like the fact that mental health and trauma, depression, and anxiety is something that's way more talked about in today's time.
Yeah.
Because I hated it seeing my dad and my mom's generation.
Yeah.
These two parents, this uncle and aunt don't talk to each other for years right now.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
They did something in high school. Like, come on, just talk it out.
Yeah.
You know, yes, your feelings are irrelevant, but there has to be a solution. It has happened. It's done. It's in the past.
Yeah. There's nothing as important as peace, dude, and people just don't kind of, I don't know.
People don't want it for some reason.
Oh, it was weird. Yeah. I didn't understand it at all. Is she okay? So am I hurting you?
No. What?
You're fucking almost out of the door, Kyle. You come terug.
No. I'll come and get my arm in an hour's
later.
time.
Yeah.
No, when you don't. Well, I'm lying here without a shirt on. When on leather.
It
sticks.
I
become one, and then I just need to loosen my back up a bit. So
I hear you.
After a while, you feel like you've come to part of the.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
and back pain.
You're 30 something.
Yeah, I'm 30 something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that
I'm
makes
an old
sense.
man now.
Very natural.
Back
very
when
normal.
I was your age, life was different.
I hear you.
I mean, back when I was your age, it was COVID, so...
Yeah.
life
It's very different. But Jordi, I mean, mental health, like, listen, I hate it when people kind of play on it, like they're like, oh no, this is why. It's an excuse for everything. But
that anxiety.
Yes. I'm this way because of toxic masculinity.
Oh my God.
I can't. So, but I am very, very grateful that it is a bit, more talked about. It's a bit more accepted. And that's exactly why I say, like, be mindful, because, I mean, people just don't understand. They think they're being so harmless, like, I'm just telling her this because I care. No. If you are at all affecting this person in a negative light, just take responsibility and change. This is actually a very good piece of advice. My colleague here always tells me, if you don't want me to talk bad about you, be better. So, and I kind of...
If you don't want me to talk bad about you, be better.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, it's both good and bad.
And bad, yep.
Like, yes, I want to be better, but also, fuck you.
this is always said in the context to people, to deserving people. You know what I mean? Like it's a deserved comment. It's never like, we don't just talk shit to talk shit. It's like, if you're being an asshole, like, and you don't want me to tell people you're such a big asshole, then don't be an asshole.
You know, but at first, but exactly, the more I'm thinking about it, you know, at first it sounds very abrasive.
Yes.
It does. Yeah, fuck you. I'll do what I want, but also...
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, it's my life. But also, I remember I first started playing bass. I literally had a bass guitar for, I think, a week.
Yeah.
And I started to play, and I learned this one riff.
Yeah.
And I put it on Facebook. And I remember one of my closest friends just said, "Be better, Kyle." And it's the same that I think about. I was like, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah,
you know, but also, I suck.
probably. Yeah, but I like that kind of like, just think about what you do, man. Think about what you tell people.
Denk aan wat jij doet.
Ja, precies. Denk aan wat je zegt. Yep, it's exactly that.
Straatligkenners.
Yes, man. Good old days. MK 89.
Wow. Still feel old.
Yeah.
Kayla, thank you so much for setting your time aside to hurt me and enlighten me at the same time.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Carl. Sorry for being late.
It's okay. At least we're here.
At least we're here.
And I'm looking forward to be able to walk around and carry this with me until the day I die.
Yeah, man.
That's literally until the day I die.
Literally, it's gonna be there forever.
It's gonna be there.
I feel honored to have you as a Mikey.
I feel honored to have you as a close personal tattoo family member.
Yes, man. Sure. That is what we are. But yeah, thanks to you, man.
And send my regards to everyone that needs regards. And if you guys ever in Morletta Park, please stop by the break room. Come chill with them. This is a vibrant place. This is just my this is the closest place I can get to home when I come to Pretoria. I always try to get a tattoo here from Kayla when I'm around here. And everyone else here is very amazing artists. Check it out. And thank you.
Dankie. Cute. Dat is lekker.
Lekker.
Dat is lekker, man.